Welcome to Smart Shopping Conversions, the podcast. Episode 3 of 13, Chapter 2. Say It and Shop It Conversational Commerce with ChatGPT. Here, what we try to do is take your sources, pull out the most important nuggets of knowledge, the real insights, giving you a shortcut to being well-informed. Today, our focus, this whole exploration, is around conversational commerce with ChatGPT. Now, for those of you really following the online retail space, you've probably felt it right. Things are definitely changing. The ground's kind of shifting under us. We're talking about a pretty big evolution in how customers actually find and buy products online. At its core, conversational commerce is about making your brand's products essentially talk to your customers, but not just in a fluffy marketing way. It's about using natural language, using AI, so your products can literally be found, literally be recommended when someone asks a question, whether they're typing into ChatGPT or, talking to Siri or Alexa or using Google Assistant. It's not just about keywords anymore. Forget that.
We're now in an era where you have to understand how people really speak, how they actually search. So this conversation is going to arm you with the strategies your brand needs to, show up and really stand out in this AI-powered search world. Get ready for some insights that might just change how you think about your product content. Okay, let's unpack this. Ready to get your products chatting with customers in the AI marketplace. Let's ride. Let's ride till the wheels fall off.
Yeah, it's a huge moment, really pivotal for e-commerce. And what's really fascinating, I think, is this core idea. If your product content naturally speaks your customer's language, and importantly, it's structured really well for AI to understand it, these platforms, they won't just find it, they'll actually prefer it. They'll pull it forward in those conversational answers. It totally shifts the game, from just matching keywords to matching whole conversations, understanding human intent, which means you've got to start with real people, understand how they actually search, their authentic behaviors, and then deliver really clear, precise messaging that matches that.
That's such a critical distinction, isn't it?
Yeah.
Matching keywords versus matching conversations.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking of this brand, let's call them EcoGear,
Yeah.
who, they struggled initially. Their product descriptions were perfectly crafted for old school SEO, packed with keywords, sustainable backpack, waterproof, durable, the type.
The classic keyword stuffing.
Exactly. But they just weren't getting traction on these newer platforms. Then they shifted. They went conversational. So we're really talking about getting beyond just the technical jargon and the marketing fluff.
Absolutely.
The sources we looked at really stress that product titles need to use real everyday language. Descriptions should directly anticipate and answer the questions customers have. It's about thinking like a customer, writing like a helpful friend almost. For example, if I'm actually looking for something, I'm not typing portable laptop computer carrying case.
Yeah.
That's not how people talk.
Right. Nobody searches like that.
I'm asking, what's the best sturdy laptop bag for my daily commute? Something like that.
Yeah.
And you want your product to pop up naturally is the answer to that kind of question.
Precisely. And what's fascinating there is how deeply connected natural language is with just being discoverable in this new AI world. Our research, the stuff we looked at, suggests nearly 40% of all online searches now have some kind of conversational phrase, like best for or how to, or even a full question.
40%. Wow.
Yeah. So if your product content isn't optimized for that, you're missing out on a huge and growing chunk of potential buyers. The sources point to a title example like best laptop backpack for commuting professionals. See, that's not just a string of keywords. It's an answer, right?
It is.
It anticipates how someone would actually ask, whether they're typing into ChatGPT or talking to Google Assistant. It resonates because it speaks directly to a need, to an audience.
That makes total sense. Okay, so we've crafted this conversational content. How does it actually, show up on these AI platforms? Is it just like magic? Or is there a specific kind of technical thing happening behind the scenes? That brand we mentioned, Brand X, that was a big hurdle for them.
Well, connecting it back to the bigger picture, it really comes down to structured data. Think of structured data as the AI's instruction manual for your product. When your products are listed really meticulously inside Google Merchant Center with clean, organized, structured data, platforms like ChatGPT can just seamlessly pull that info and display it right in their chat responses.
Okay. So Merchant Center is key.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's not just text showing up. It means your product can appear with images, detailed descriptions, the right price, customer reviews, even a direct link to buy. It's about guiding someone smoothly towards checkout, not just giving them an answer. For Brand X, focusing on that structure, that was a total game changer for their visibility.
That's the goal, right? Straight to checkout. So it's not just enough to have a great product or even a really good description anymore. It also has to be easily readable and recommendable by the AI itself.
I really liked that checklist idea in the sources. Are you AI shoppable? It asks, do your product titles use real language? Do descriptions answer questions directly? Are key things like reviews, ratings, pricing included and clear?
Yeah, that checklist is super practical.
And it all ties straight back to Google Merchant Center, doesn't it? Which acts as that sort of central hub connecting your store to Google Shopping and, well, by extension, to AI platforms like ChatGPT. Which really raises an important point. Beyond just the natural language, what are the absolute must-have elements to make your content truly AI shoppable, to make sure it really stands out?
Well, the sources definitely highlight a few key things, and they kind of work together. First, that conversational tone we've been talking about. Your descriptions need to sound like something you'd actually say out loud or type in a chat. They should try to anticipate and answer those common voice search questions directly. What's the best? How do I? That kind of thing. And they should even consider the shopper's generation, how different groups talk. It's not just throwing keywords at a wall. It's using phrases that reflect real talk. For instance, planner for busy working parents is way more effective than just undated productivity organizer.
Right, because it targets a specific person and their specific need.
Exactly. It makes the AI's job easier because it instantly gets the context.
Yeah, that conversational tone, it builds trust, it builds relevance right away, especially when the AI is acting like a personal guide. But then you absolutely have the crucial technical piece, structured data. The sources we looked at just kept emphasizing adding schema.org markup to your product pages.
Schema.org.
Right, and think of schema.org not really as code, but more like a universal dictionary that tells the AI, okay, this bit is the product name, this is the price, here's the review score, that's the image. Specifically, making sure your product schema includes things like name, description, image, offers with price and currency, and really importantly, aggregator rating for reviews. That's critical.
Why aggregator rating specifically?
Because without those key properties, ChatGPT might just show your product as a plain text link. It completely misses out on the rich visuals, the trust signals from reviews that actually drive people to click and buy. Research shows products with complete schema markup are way more likely to appear in those Google-rich results, which conversational AI then uses. It's a massive visibility boost.
Okay, so structured data is literally how your product explains itself to the AI.
Okay.
Got it. You need both things. The human-friendly language for the user and the AI-friendly structure for the machine. That's how you win in both search results and these new chat interfaces.
Exactly.
And then there are the visuals and trust signals. People often overlook these, but they're so powerful. The sources make it really clear. High-quality professional product images and accurate pricing, non-negotiable.
Absolutely.
AI tools are actually getting quite smart about evaluating image quality and relevance. They're less likely to recommend products with, cluttered, blurry images or the wrong price because it just signals a less trustworthy listing.
Precisely. And it's not just having images, it's the type of images. You need those high-res product shots, sure, multiple angles.
Yeah.
But also lifestyle images show the product being used.
Right, in context.
Yeah. So with Brand X's backpack example, they added shots of someone actually using it on their commute alongside the clear feature shots. This gives the AI more context, helps it match the user's actual intent better, and also displaying total ratings, review scores, ideally using that structured data for aggregate ratings that builds instant credibility.
Social proof.
Exactly. AI tools are increasingly using social proof for recommendations. They even analyze the sentiment in reviews, so positive, relevant reviews are just gold. It's all about making it super easy, frictionless for the AI to understand your product and then present it with confidence.
It's so clear how all these pieces have to work together. The language, the structure, the visuals, the trust. But here's where it gets really interesting, I think, for Brand X and, any brand looking to do this at scale. You can actually use ChatGPT itself to help create this content. That feels smart.
Oh, it absolutely is. The sources had some fantastic prompt examples that basically turn ChatGPT into an always-on content helper. You can ask it things like, write a natural-sounding product description for a standing desk that Gen X shoppers would find appealing, focus on ergonomics and durability.
Okay, that's useful.
Or list 5 questions a Gen Z shopper might ask about our new skincare set, and then write concise, friendly answers for each. It helps you anticipate those queries across different demographics.
And it goes even further, right? You can use it to generate Merchant Center titles.
Yep, like create a Google Merchant Center product title optimized for AI search for noise-canceling headphones for remote workers. The beauty of it is, it helps you draft titles and descriptions using the kind of language and structure the AI is already trained on.
So it understands what works.
Exactly. It ensures they're conversational, structured correctly. It's almost like having an expert copywriter and an SEO specialist rolled into one tool.
That's incredibly powerful.
It really is. And this ability, it extends to generating customer-style blurbs, too. So you can tailor messaging even more precisely for different generations or demographics. The AI can help you craft content that feels really authentic, highly relevant to diverse audiences, which is just crucial today.
Yeah, in this multi-generational marketplace.
For Brand X, this let them rapidly generate varied content for all their different product lines. They could appeal to students wanting a sleek design and professionals needing durability.
That's a massive time saver and a really smart way to make sure your content consistently hits the mark, reaching all parts of your audience. Okay, so you've done the work. You've crafted this amazing conversational AI-friendly content. How do you know if it's actually, working? How do you measure success here?
Right. The next vital step is testing, continuous testing and optimizing. The sources recommend a really simple but powerful method. Just type your conversational phrase directly into ChatGPT or Google Assistant. See how your product does.
Like actually use the tools yourself.
Yeah, or use a tool that simulates voice search queries. This real-time testing instantly shows if your product is likely to get suggested in a natural conversation. For Brand X, this became like a daily check.
Okay, so if I created a description for an eco-friendly travel mug, I should literally ask ChatGPT, what's the best eco-friendly travel mug for busy mornings?
Exactly.
And then be critical. If my product doesn't show up or shows up poorly, that's my signal.
Right.
Go back, revisit the title, simplify the language maybe.
Or add more specific long-tail phrases in the description, perhaps refine the structured data. It's all about that iterative improvement, constantly tweaking to match buyer intent better.
What else should brands be testing, beyond just those direct queries?
Well, you should definitely be looking at your Google Merchant Center diagnostics. Check for any data quality issues, make sure your structured data is clean, use Google's Schema Markup Validator tool, it's free. Also, monitor your search analytics. Look for those long-tail conversational queries that are already bringing people to your site. Then double down on those phrases in your content. Keep your product feed updated regularly. Experiment with new titles, new descriptions based on trends, customer feedback. Keep researching how customers are changing their questions. The end goal, like we've been saying, is for AI tools, ChatGPT, Google, others, to confidently recommend your product, making your listings not just discoverable, but actually preferred in these AI conversations.
This whole exploration really drives home how absolutely essential it is for product content to, well, not just speak the customer's language, but also be super meticulously structured for AI. It's truly powerful when you make your products AI shoppable like that, connecting directly with how people really search, using clear, compelling messaging. So, to all of you listening, we really encourage you, apply what you've heard in this analysis to your own brands, just like Brand X started doing. The goal, always remember, is to connect, captivate, and ultimately convert today's smart, multi-generational shoppers.
And just connecting this to the bigger picture for a second, the future here, it isn't just about showing up anymore. It really is about making sure your product content is so perfectly aligned with natural conversation, aligned with structured data, that AI tools actually prefer to recommend your product over others. So maybe a final thought for you to chew on, what if every single product listing you have felt less like, a static catalog entry, and more like a helpful, trusted friend guiding a shopper precisely to what they need? That's really the deep power of conversational commerce we're discussing.
Ready to keep riding? Up next is Chapter 3, Visuals that Convert, how ChatGPT displays product info. First impressions now happen inside the chat. This chapter shows how product images, reviews, and pricing are displayed within ChatGPT, and how to craft visuals that drive clicks and conversions.